My guest today is not just an author, but an advocate for happiness and purposeful living. Sophia Weru is the founder of Aliana Limited, an international recognized happiness speaker, certified happiness trainer, and director of the Workplace Happiness Program at the Happiness Society of Kenya. With a background in actuarial science and years of leadership experience, she has dedicated her work to helping individuals and organizations build happier, healthier, and more meaningful lives. Today, we feature her book, Why Celibacy? A Journey to Higher Self, a thought-provoking exploration of purpose, self-discovery, and intentional living. Please welcome on the show, Sophia Weru. Karibu sana Sophia.
Thank you, Chico.
Karibu sana. I don't know how many people are waiting to hear from you on this hot topic. But before we go there, do you mind introducing yourself?
Of course, happy to. Thank you, Chico, for being the host with the most. My name is Sophia, happy human. Sophia Weru, if you please. I am big on happiness. I am a director at Happiness Society of Kenya. I am an author of amazing books. Of course, the very first baby is what we are discussing today, which is Why Celibacy? A Journey to Higher Self. And then we have other babies. Happiness Just for You, which is a bilingual, translated to Swahili to Furaha kwa ajili yako. And the newest baby on the block, the Kenyan Happiness Manifesto. It's a book that challenges happiness. Can we be more proactive and not reactive? These three will be saved for another day. Today is the big day with Chico, all about celibacy.
Whoa. Before we go there, you've said something. The director of happiness, what in Kenya? What is that?
Right?
Do we have it?
Yeah. And maybe where I needed to even mention is I'm a fellow of the Happiness Studies Academy in New York. So there is a school about happiness.
Okay.
Yeah, I am a happiness philosopher, happiness speaker. I coach organizations on happiness. Yes, happiness is big, taking the positive psychology.
So I go to school to be taught about being happy. Okay.
We are changing the narrative.
We should all go to that school to be happy.
We need it. We do.
Yeah. Oh, that's a different one. We will be having that interview on that book very soon. We need to hear about what this all happiness is about. But this book has been talked about in different ways. People have a different thing about it when they meet it. They're like, celibacy, my friend. Why celibacy? Why celibacy?
It's actually the sweetest book. It's just a reminder of the wholeness you already are before the chaos, before the noise, before the attachment. It's when the outside world stops making sense and you come back within to master your power.
Okay. At what point did you think, mimi sasa penye nimefika, let me choose this route? Nini kuliendelea?
You know, the thing with the universe, that's what you seek is also seeking you.
Okay.
And I love taking time with self. So the reason the subtitle is A Journey to Higher Self. Okay. It's because all answers are within.
Okay.
And sometimes you need to shut the noise from the outward world because that's when the chaos begins. And if you really want to master your power, you can do it when you're surrounded by chaos. So this started as a journey for me. First, it was subconscious.
Okay.
I would just find myself practicing celibacy without even taking much a thought about it. And with time, it became now very, very intentional. Yes. We'll get to that. Of course, we always share tea. There's tea to that. If you ask the right questions.
Wait for this tea. Because now I tend to imagine when someone gets this book, they're like, guy, who are, It's crazy. What's the reaction when you get to introduce your book to people?
people love it. And actually, people practice celibacy. They just don't talk about it. So that's how even the book exists.
Okay.
So I would practice celibacy for so many years, and my colleagues would be like, why celibacy? And they're like, ay, vunja hata kidogo, you know? Because it's a culture. You go partying, then you drive off with one of your colleagues, or, you know? But I never fell into that culture at any point. So we will just have fun. And I drive back home happily, 3 a.m., just by myself. And that would happen for years. So people were like, why this life? And so the first thought I had was to host a brunch event where we all talk about relationships and everything. But then I realized I have 1,000 words. And the best way to do it was to put them down. And voila, that's how we have a whole book.
Do the people look at you and they're like, guy, she's missing out on something big?
Absolutely not. Because
doesn't she have a boring life? I'm just trying to
I know. It's because I've lived both lives. I have lived the life.
Okay.
Don't be twisted that I have lived the life.
Okay.
And it's because of that and knowing self and the grounding energy. Once you learn that everything is a mirror of yourself, you choose better, you do better. And when you see that what you choose is not aligning with your awareness, then where would I be in a moment that is not aligning with the wholeness that I am?
Okay.
It's in that season that you choose to come back to self, to ground in your energy, and the world will mirror that energy. So until the universe says, yeah, boo, I got you, it's time, then we roll with that energy.
Miaka ngapi?
4 years.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I will ask that question later. So, when I read the book, I thought it's more about like saying no, like no to this thing. But later I realized it was actually saying yes to a deeper thing.
I love that you did catch that. Yes. This book is about the wholeness you are all about. It's about the abundance you are. It's not about lacking. It's not about being selfish. It's about being self-full. You're full in self. It's understanding the difference between intimacy and vanity, because sometimes we mistake the two. We all crave intimacy, but what happens in the end? We end up choosing it's instant gratification. So in this book, there's a chapter that talks about delayed gratification. We are living in a culture that is not normalizing patience. And that is a problem we are having very, very, very in this moment. And that's why you'll find where there's a club, there are condoms, of course there's alcohol. They are all aligned to make it easy for you to make such decisions. So in Atomic Habits, one of the books I really love, it's about tiny changes, remarkable results. So the moment you're tipsy, you've had some wine, then of course there's some condoms and there's a cool guy around, your mind just shifts there. And it's all science. It's just basic. When you're high, of course, it's very aligned with your libido. So your environment influences that. And so right now we are living in a space where the system understands that. So the system has normalized casual sex. But that should not be a thing. It should be very intentional. Because what's the point of sleeping with you tonight and then tomorrow we're looking at each other, we wake up and we're strangers and we go about our lives. Then the next weekend you find yourself and it becomes a pattern. So in this book, there's a chapter that says, when patterns repeat, take the celibacy chill pill. Because you find yourself so coded in so many situationships. So it's actually for your good. Choosing celibacy, it's for you. It's actually valuing self. Rather than denial.
We're coming to that. And what I wanted to know is what made you choose this? At what time? Were you in a relationship? Were you heartbroken? What made you think, now it's done? I want to take a different route until when I know up to when. Yeah.
I welcome you into this happy space through personal stories. So
Okay.
you're spot on. There are personal stories here.
Okay.
This book is for the hopeful romantics who've been broken,
Yeah.
yet kept their hearts soft. It's for the strong ones who feel weak in the waiting. For those who still believe in a beautiful future. For the wandering soul, wondering what still matters. And for the light beings, awakening to their power.
Okay.
So to respond to you, it incorporates all of the above.
Okay.
So starting with, I'm a hopeful romantic. Boy, I've been hurt.
Okay.
So being a hopeful romantic, you get into it with all your energy, all your enthusiasm. And you're like, this is for the long term. Then you meet Nairobi, yule nakupea, pia nanipea. It's the culture and it's been normalized. So I crave a full relationship. We're together, we are doing this, we are growing together, not just in the sexual aspect, but it taps into all. Life is a collective. So from the happiness scope, we use the SPIRE elements. SPIRE is spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, emotional.
Okay.
So how do you get to mirror that in another whole being? You see, it's very hard to attain. And so I was single, but then I was doing it subconsciously.
Okay.
By then, I had already made that choice. I always know what I want. So if it's not what I want, then I'd rather be single. And so I met this guy, and there have been those moments, of course, learning through the patterns. This has happened. Oh, wait, this is familiar. It has happened before. So the moment that was a light bulb moment is when I met this guy during COVID. It was in 2020.
Okay.
There's a chapter here about it. I learned about ghosting through being ghosted. Show me. I didn't know a word like that exists. I experienced it after a whole telenovela moment. He was the sweetest guy. I would show the messages to my cousins, my colleagues, and like, oh, girl, you're gone. You're out of the market for the next couple of years. And then, boom, I'm ghosted. And so at that moment, you're like, wait, hold up. What just happened? We were just starting something very beautiful. And then, boom, this happens. And so I say everything, it's about you. Because, most of the times you are tempted to point fingers. Remember, I am the reflection of my own experiences.
Yeah.
So it's about me doing the inner work. I need to spend quality time with me to see what energy am I exuding that is reflecting this kind of energy in the universe. Because it has to be about me. Right? So through that, and now you take time. There's a chapter here on solitude, stillness, and isolation. You take time by yourself to reflect and master self. Because it's the power of energy. What you give is what you get. What you attract is what you become. So if I can be a better version of myself, then I can mirror that in my next relationships. Yes, so you're spot on for asking that. There are a couple of heartbreaks that led me to that decision. And again, the exposure, I thought it was a Nairobi thing. This guy was not even from Kenya.
Okay.
Actually, not even from this continent.
Okay.
So with that learning, I was like, oh my goodness, they're all the same. It's not about the demographic or the geographic exposure. It's happening globally. So when I learned that, I was like, you know what? It's never that serious. Let's just chill.
Kama ungevunjwa moyo, would this book exist?
Look at that. I love that. Alchemy is turning pain into power. Yes.
All right. So what happens? I've read about many people who have chosen the same journey of celibacy, but it's told that they channel their energy into creativity. What are you channeling that a whole energy into right now?
I love that question because that's the essence of this book.
Okay.
It's about alchemizing the sexual energy.
Yeah.
So how can you be a better version of self? So I'll give you an example. When I was launching this book, one of the guest speakers was the former governor of Meru County. He's Dr. Kiraito Murungi.
Okay. Alisema nini sasa kuhusu
He read the book and he really loved it. You see, most people judge this book by the title. It's over and beyond this title. It's a book about alchemizing energy. So he remembered when he was taking his master's in Harvard University in the USA, and he was like, if I keep going on with this path, I will not pass my exams. So he was like, let me just take some time to focus on studying so that I can pass my exams. So, and we were having a conversation earlier with your team talking about men vis-a-vis women who are actually better at this. And you'll be surprised, the men practice celibacy subconsciously to elevate their energy and deliver the best results. So it's actually something people practice a lot, but they're not aware they are actually doing it. So Dr. Kiraito got to pass his exams just out of getting to harness his energy into the right space to deliver the best results in his master's.
So how have you met? I'm trying the right way to ask this question. Because I understand, like, people who are married, they will feel like this is not something we can do. Have you met a couple who have agreed, we're married, but let's go into celibacy to harness the power? And also, I understand Kiraito Morogi, that time he has a family. How did that go by?
Well, for him, I'm not sure if by then he was with a family or I'm not so sure about the dynamic. But I've met people who have made that decision. Actually, a couple of couples.
Married? Okay.
Yes. But it can never be me. Boo, if I am married.
Okay.
I always say the sequel of this book will be a Kama Sutra, but it's been overtaken. It won't even be a Kama Sutra. It's a surprise. The sequel of this book is... Let me not spoil. We'll be back.
Okay. Please don't spoil it. Don't spoil.
Let's keep penning it.
We were on the couples and the energy, how you have channeled, where you have channeled it to. That's where we are at.
Oh, spot on. Yes. So for me, look at me. Look at the birth of these babies. As you asked earlier, if I was not heartbroken, would these books exist? They would not. So look at me. And it's always about, don't write for people to like you. Write for people like you.
Okay.
So,
that's a good one.
People are loving this book. We just met earlier with Maureen, and she's like, oh my goodness. We had a whole conversation and she would resonate with every chapter because people do it intentionally or not, but people do it. Sometimes people are not aware, but I'm happy there are thousands of souls that are out here looking for this book. There are people who didn't know it existed before it existed because it didn't exist. And now that it is here, people are seeing it's actually a thing. And people are not embarrassed to talk about it anymore. At first, people were like, celibacy? What about celibacy? You know? And that's because the culture has really normalized the other part. It's okay for you to watch a movie every day with sex scenes.
Sure.
It's okay for cartoons to have... And I talk about that. How is the influence on the culture? Culture doesn't support celibacy. The society doesn't support celibacy. And that's why I gave you the example of how clubs are set up. They're set up for you to sleep around as you please. And that is how you get to mess up your energy, because how do you alchemize your energy if it's all over the place? Because a part of you is everywhere, and then you're like, where am I not succeeding in this thing that I'm focusing on? But honey, you're everywhere every other day with every other person.
Do you ever meet people who are like, I sikuamini? They in disbelief of that?
Of my path? I would say a higher percentage is people
who just believe what you say.
Yes. Yeah.
What was like the conversation around your parents? They were like, utaishi hivi ama?
No.
How has it been like?
No, my parents are the coolest people. I think what happened for me is I got freedom when I was very young. When I was 17, I would go to the club and come back home at 3 a.m. and knock on my parents' door and they open happily. Okay. So I got everything I wanted when I was very young, and that made me very, very disciplined. Because by then I was even still a virgin, like when I was just doing all those shenanigans, going to the club and doing all those things. So because I got everything, I never found a reason to rush to anything. So I would say it has been a very natural path. And I think it's because of my personality. I'm just a big energy, happy human, like literally just how I lead my life. Okay. So when anyone talks to me, they don't say like I'm in lack of anything. And also in this book, there's a chapter that talks about how do I do it? Because for you to have this, you have to have stellar discipline. Remember, the basic cliche, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. It's just simple as that. As long as you're idle, you'll find yourself crawling onto that path. So for me, I'm very conscious. So one of the things that I will do is, of course, by then I was not an author, so I would read a lot of books. I have reviewed so many books. Like I would do 60-day books challenge, like review a book every single day for 60 days. And this is from Atomic Habits, 10 Changes Remarkable Results. So with that life, the same would apply to my lifestyle. So I would go to the gym at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. I'm out of the gym, get ready. By 8 a.m. I'm in the office. By 5 p.m. I leave the office, drive all the way to have my dance class. If it's not a dance class, it's a swim class. So my schedule is just very, 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 very tight. Like I'm busy doing things that are making me be a better version of myself. And that's the power of neuroplasticity. Once you understand mirror neurons, you get to renew yourself in the best way possible by breaking monotony. Like your life is not a basic concept. Every day you wake up with the sun, it's a new day to challenge yourself. And I did get to grow in so many aspects. Like now, through my corporate, before I left corporate, every year I had a new role because I'm focusing on self. I'm building, and it's just that you don't find yourself in a space where you're missing. You don't even feel like you're missing anything. And
Okay. There's something I'll ask later in the book concerning that. But before now, there's something you said that earlier, that my choice for celibacy isn't about absence of love. And you said it's about its abundance. Also, when did love stop being about another person now? And then you started being, now it's me. And what exactly did you want to achieve in finding you?
I love that. To be honest, I think I've always had it in me. So in my happiness masterclasses, the first part I cover is addressing the maybe staff members or the group. The first question I ask, who were you before the world told you who to be?
Yeah.
Because you were whole.
Yeah.
Before your parents, before the 844 system, before work, you were whole. If you talk to a 3-4-year-old, they know who they are. And they're very, very confident. Yesterday I was with a child who is not even 2 years old. And their level of self-expression, my goodness. I'm like, wait, what do you mean he's not 2 years? But how does he know all that? And that's the power. So when you remember who you are, then you remember you're whole. You don't need anything to complete you. So the system is very conditioned. So the other day I met with the tech CEO, and surprisingly, I showed them all my books and I thought they would get the Kenyan Happiness Manifesto. Surprisingly, they were like, I'm going home with the white celibacy. And that's the part. You know, sometimes you think people are very oriented on strategic plans and everything, but this speaks to souls. And the reason that is because people are on a journey of realizing, wait, I am. People love the Bible. All the Bible says is, I am. I am. I am one with the Creator. There's no point of separation. Separation is an illusion. So that brings you back to remember you're not missing anything. So that's I would say it has always been in me. And even in high school, if you meet my high schoolers, they'll be like, I was a loner. I didn't need to be in any group to feel a sense of belonging. I didn't need any association. But then there's 1 year, I was my own desk mate.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
I was sitting alone.
Okay.
And happily so.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
sometimes
So
I
this
look
one has
back and I'm
started like in a different way back, but in a different way.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's the celibacy.
Yeah.
Celibacy is not just about the sexual space. It's about even work, how you do everything. It's how it touches in even business. Like, how do you get to elevate and alchemize your energy in any way? Because you can. It's in you. There's a song that goes, he lives in you, he lives in me. It's all in you. There's no separation. So once you understand that, you understand everything that comes to your life. It doesn't come to complete you. It comes to amplify what you are all about. So if I'm the best version of myself, then that's why I get to be here with Shiko. I didn't call you. Did I call you like, Shiko, can I please feature? No. Your energy speaks for itself. So you mirror that what you seek. What you seek is also seeking you. And the best quote I love by Paul Coelho, the author of The Alchemist, when you really want something, the entire universe conspires to see it happen. So once you understand that, everything aligns. If I need to be with someone, they'll show up. But I'm very open. I'm single. I'm happy to mingle.
Okay.
I'm not saying no to anything.
So you did?
Vibe.
You did?
I did date last year. For the 4 years, I was not dating. But I did date last year. And I won't spoil. Because if I go on, I'll spoil. That's the sequel. There's a sequel of Why Celibacy coming soon.
Okay. So, a guy watches maybe this interview. Was about, hey, dem ameni nice. And then they get into your DM or wherever they get your number. And then you tell them, no, for me, I have chosen this path. How is their reaction? How do you go about that?
I think, as I've said, I don't know how energy works. I actually don't get such DMs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hata huku nje kwa mtaa?
Yeah, it's the energy.
Oh, okay.
Energy is so powerful.
Okay.
What you speak, that is what you exude.
Very interesting.
I know, right?
Yeah.
No one is on my phone like...
So there's no guy you've met, they love you, they want something with you, and then you're like, me, I've chosen this path. So, okay. Energy. You've drifted it somewhere else.
That I actually can't respond to that. Yeah, it just happens.
Amazing.
Like, there's no one taking my time like we need to do the especially small talk and what's this other thing? Talking stage. It's called a talking stage. Yep.
Do you think that most people today are searching for love when what they are really searching for is wholeness, which you have mentioned? Wholeness, you just briefly mentioned about wholeness. But do you think most people are now just seeking for love? They don't know actually what they're looking for. But in reality, they're looking for wholeness and they have messed it up.
Absolutely. And so many.
Okay.
So many, because these conversations are not normalized. Remember, as I asked, who were you before the world told you who to be? So by the time you were joining school, you were told, enda shule, soma, get good grades, then get a good car, get a good house, marry, get kids. That's how the pattern goes. So what is the end goal? To get married and have kids. So you conditioned to see you're not complete unless you're married and you have kids. So people, that's where the sense of incompleteness checks in. You feel like there's a box you always need to tick. You have to keep ticking. And that's the problem, because you'll find you get into that married and then you're still not complete. You actually feel less because you're getting into a space where you're emptying your cup. Because you're giving. And no one is reminding you how to fill your cup back. Because if you're giving, you can only give from an overflow. And that's why so many marriages are collapsing right now. It's everything everyone was promised. Work towards the marriage. But why are so many marriages breaking?
Do you ever talk to single ladies that you're enough even before either that man comes to your way? to teach them how to get the wholeness themselves. Because sometimes you may find single who are like sorry about themselves, or maybe you're past the age where you're supposed to have gotten married and they feel sympathetic about themselves.
Yeah.
Do you talk to such ladies and tell them there's a energy that you can even challenge somewhere else as you wait?
I love that, because being a happy human, I talk to everyone. And sometimes I meet waitresses who even cry. Like, we just start a conversation and they're like, oh my goodness, thank you so much. They realize they're whole because they're in a space of seeking, and it's not working. But then the solutions are all within. You have it all within you. And there is one humbling moment where actually the owner of the restaurant, they bought the book for the staff member, which was quite a moment. Yeah, I love talking to people, and sometimes you don't know who is your target audience, and that's why I have been in sales and marketing for 10 years and leadership, but I always have issues with that question: who is your target audience? So like now when you see this book, it says for all genders across generations seeking wholeness mastery, because we make a mistake of if you're a creator, if you're an artist, we have a very lovely frame right behind us. The artists did this out of their own creativity. This is their creation, the vision only seen by them. So the moment you tell this artist, no, you didn't need to put the orange there. It needed to be up there, then the purple comes lower. What are you doing? And that is where most of the data gets corrupted. And that's why sometimes it's so wrong to just source data from research, like you just go to ChatGPT and do an analysis, because you're missing the original, the origin, like speaking to real humans about conversations. Because there's a poem I really love. It's called the Desiderata poem. It says, even the dull and the silent, they have a story to tell. And it's by engaging people in such conversations, celibacy conversations, in very, very simplified manner, that people learn their whole, and you see them bloom and glow, and so many people reach out. And last month, I was having a session at Sarit. I partnered with Sarit Expo during the Mental Health Awareness Month, again, for happiness. But a lady came, she was with a kid. Of course, she got the kid the happiness book. Then she saw this book. I was addressing someone else. Then I found her deep reading. And she's like, oh my God, I'm going home with this book. And then she started crying. She hugged me and she told me her stories. She told me how everyone was against her, even her family. She's going through a very tough moment, but no one is listening to her. No one believes her. And she was even close to being a femicide case, but no one can hold her in that space. And then she finds this book and she finds chapters that are resonating with her journey. As I said, don't write for people to like you. Write for people like you. They're people who are seeking and searching. And that's the purpose.
And this is a deep conversation. I mean, because what you've talked about, we've seen maybe, let me just use, because you've talked about that single lady with children, but they're feeling all lonely, but they can channel that energy towards being whole by who you are. You don't have to go jump in here and there. Yeah, these are some of deep conversations. Because someone has been left maybe today, they don't know what to do, and they feel like I am unwhole. Like aliniacha sasa nifanye nini? I have kids. So see why it is important to have such talks.
Absolutely.
But now, for your case, as young as you are, someone will be like, what is happening? All right, we have seen other people who are jumping from relationship to relationship. We call them patterns. When you find that, do you feel like this person is missing something? They are looking for something which they can find in them before they shift to the next.
You know, the funny thing is they actually know. They're just not conscious. So conscious awareness goes way deep. I meet so many, and I also have friends who do that the whole time. Actually, it's so chaotic out here. People have 3 partners. They sleep with one in the morning, another one in the afternoon, and another one in the evening. And it's very normalized. it's happening in our community, in our society right now. So it's conversations that need to happen. And it's because they're trying to seek something and you won't find it. And the sad part is sometimes it's too late. Because that's how you find yourself in a very serious situation where you get physical. Sadly, some people end up in jail.
Yeah.
So you see, just one tiny thing. I talk about the butterfly effect, cause and effect. You know, like now there have been white butterflies flying all over Nairobi. You know, most people don't know what that is, but that is communicating there might be a hurricane in another continent.
Okay.
That's how life works. So tiny things that are communicating big impact. So for you, you just think you're having fun by having multiple partners, but then it catches up with you so fast. So it's a conversation that takes a lot of time on self-introspection, deep reflection, awareness, and it starts with us. So thank you, Shiko, for hosting me here, because this is how the conversation goes out here. So it's said you can change the whole world, but from where you are, just one person, if one person watches this episode, we've done our job.
You talk about now those patterns and people who are moving from maybe relationship to relationship. What happens when we pause and now reflect on ourselves? That never happens when you are constantly in chase of relationships.
Yeah, that's a silent moment for that heavy moment. The natural thing that happens, you see, this is just like alcohol. It's just going for rehab. Remember, you're used to the pattern. So the first thing is you go through withdrawal systems. This is something foreign to you. And remember how the nervous system works.
Okay.
The nervous system is very, very conditioned to your environment. So when there's change, I can read your brain. You saw something like that in the book about the nervous system.
Yeah. Actually, it's somewhere. We'll be coming to it at some point.
Perfect. So the body keeps the score. The body knows. The body knows everything. So the moment you're not giving the body what it's used to, of course, you'll feel it. So if you have no support system for that, what you're seeking, of course, you'll fall apart. And that's why there is rehab. People go for rehab so that you're supported in that process. So thanks to us and other authors and other materials out here, even your podcast, it's raising awareness on such a topic. So when someone is starting this journey, they can get to read so many chapters that they resonate here with, like delayed gratification. And the very first one is actually the silence, stillness, solitude, and isolation. That is a very big chapter because that is where it starts. It starts with you getting into a journey of self-reflection, just as you've said. And if it's okay, we can read a part of that.
Yeah, kindly read.
So, silence, stillness, solitude, isolation. Celibacy is a soul-deep transformation, one that requires an intimate dance with silence, stillness, solitude, and even isolation. These four elements are not just byproducts of this path, they are the very pillars that hold it together, guiding one into a profound connection with the higher self. In a world that glorifies noise and constant motion, stepping into stillness feels almost rebellious. But in this sacred space of quiet, something powerful happens. You begin to hear your own soul speak. And that is the scariest thing. So many people don't like listening to their souls tell you for free. I have encountered them. I have a friend who can't be alone. They even times they sleep in their neighbor's house.
Ooh.
It's happening. People are scared to stay with themselves. It's either they are drunk or they're on a call or they're with someone physically. They can never be with themselves. It's a big struggle when you hear your soul screaming to you, and you know you will run, but you can never hide. Right? So this path, it's very, very, it's a, dark night of the soul. Like we were talking earlier with Maureen, she was talking about the wilderness path. So life calls you to wilderness. It's a path where you need to go through for grounding. You go through the fire like a phoenix, you burn, then you rise from the ashes. That's the alchemist. This book is about alchemy. How do you turn pain into power? How do you become a better version of yourself? It's gonna burn. It's not funny, it burns. I won't lie to you, celibacy is hard. I talk about it here a whole chapter. How do I do it?
Yeah, actually, you were even coming to that. You use the Robin habit installation. Yeah.
Yes, spot on. So the habit installation protocol, you have to change any habit, it takes 66 days.
66 days? How did you do that? Okay, yes, you were used to a certain pattern of way before you choose celibacy, and you're used to it. But now it comes a point where I want to choose this journey, and it is hard to leave what you used to. How did you use that pattern now to fully focus on what you wanted, which also is a habit installation protocol?
So the best part about me, I was aware. You see, when you're aware, it's so easy. Because for me, to be honest, even when I was sexually active, it used to be 3 or 4 times a year.
Oh, that is what you call it.
I know. Tell you what. So this is what will happen. We will go to the club. We are partying. We're taking tequilas. I was the queen of tequilas. I'll make everyone take tequilas, even people who don't drink. That used to be the old version of me. And then at 3 a.m., I'll get in the car and I'm like, no, I need to see so and so. So I just call them at 3 a.m. 3 a.m., you're driving like a mad woman at a speed of 120 to just go get there. So I was aware. I knew my patterns. So for me, now I would catch myself. So the first one that happened naturally is the alcohol, because I knew there's a pattern. I can't be sober and show up in somebody's house. Never. That's mission impossible. Okay. So for me, it was easy because I know my pattern. And so it starts with awareness. It starts with you being conscious. And everyone knows. It's just that they don't pay attention. They know. Everyone has their patterns. You know what influences you to do what. So now that I'm aware, it was so easy. It was so easy because now I will know. Even if I go to the club, I'll just dance. And now it got to a point where it's a non-issue. Right now, I'll take glasses of wine and I'm okay. Because you see, I've worked on self. I've mastered myself. So you can't keep blaming things around. You can't blame alcohol. It's me. So you have to do the shadow work and learn. It's me. I'm actually the one. So what influences me to do that? And then the journey of learning and relearning. So right now I can have a good time and it's okay. And I'll just go back home. I won't be making crazy decisions out here.
I've had, let me ask this on behalf of other people. People say, I want to wait until marriage, but because I already engaged in these patterns, it's hard to break. So through the habit installation protocol, how can you help some which want also to join the celibacy until that time?
Thank you for that. So the first one is constructive destruction. So I was in sales and leadership for a couple of years, and one of the things our vice president taught us is constructive destruction. So it's when you have the systems aligned, there is, let's use like a territory, say Kiambu. So Kiambu, they are the sales associates who are in that space and they do everything from there. Then you just wake up one day, everyone who is in Kiambu, you're going to Meru. You're all relocating, carry everything, go to Meru. The team in Meru, come to Kiambu. So what you've done is you've done a deconstruction.
Okay.
But for constructive purposes.
Okay.
So if the revenue had stalled, now it's easier to work on a trajectory of a better curve because this is new energy. Right? And so that's why the constructive destruction is the very first phase. And it is so hard. Because at that point, of course, you're dealing with humans. And humans will show you shege. They'll be like, what do you mean? But my whole life is surrounded. Everything is incorporated in Kiambu. What do you mean I go to Meru? That's mission impossible. So, of course, the first time you'll feel the heat of that. But now, once the habit installation happens after the deconstruction, it's very easy for everyone now to start aligning on the path. The same thing happens with celibacy. So if you're used to shenanigans out here, the very first phase is so hard. And so what I encourage people, the first phase, do things that you love besides sex, because there's so many other things you can do. First of all, you can do walks in nature. You can sign up to the closest gym to your home, because environment is very, very key. And the attractive and accessibility. So make the good habits accessible. So don't choose a gym that is away from you, because of course you won't show up. You need something that is iko tu hapa. And then of course make a monthly subscription. Naturally you'll be like, yo pesa haipotei, I have to go make use of that. Utaenda. That is when motivation finds you. Not the other way around. It's a motivation finding you with that discipline aspect. And then when you go about that, make it a rewarding system. It's just not the hard thing. So what do you love? Is it some dessert after a nice meal? Do you treat yourself with some ice cream? Is it a call with someone that you resonate with? Is it an episode? Right now people are big on the polygamists. So is it an episode you'll treat yourself after to the polygamist? So you know what works for you. So you start changing, and before you know it, you'll even find the inner glow. You'll be like, oh my goodness, I'm not even missing out on anything. I'm working on self. And you see, naturally what happens to the brain, it's wowed. The brain is like, wait, so we can do this. So see your must. You mean see your must? Okay. And the brain gets really impressed. And that is also your nervous system adjusting to that. And then before you know it, even your self-esteem starts going up. You start appreciating yourself. And that's why you'll find always people in the gym taking photos. People don't understand. People just think people are just showing off on it. That's not it. It's the body reward system. You feel so good about yourself. You're releasing a dose of happiness. In my master classes, I train about the dose. Dose is the dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. That is what encompasses the body. So the moment you learn the body magic, you embody it. So you start smiling. You're just a happy human. You start being happy. So you're reworking your whole system. Before you know it, you'll be like, sasa ni nini ilikuwa inanisumbua hapa? And then you start finding people who align with your energy. It's always said, garbage in, garbage out. So if you're with garbage, of course you'll be in the garbage full time. If you elevate your path.
Oh, wow. We are coming to a few people you have mentioned, some of the key people who made it in life and did major things using the energy of celibacy. But before we get there, you talk about love and attachment. Some people they fall in love thinking that it's love, kumbe it's attachment. What is the difference between the two? Because maybe we get it twisted.
So how you get to know the difference is by the power of detachment. So let's say I'm your partner. I call you at 2 a.m. or leave you a message at 2 a.m. and I tell you, hey babe, I won't make it home. I am really running late. And whatever their reason is, what is your reaction? That is where your power lies. Because we attach too much and we lose the sense of self. Why should I give you my power with the decisions you're making? Why do I let me be so triggered that I'm the one carrying the burden of you not being home? Why do I need to be the one who is uneasy? And let's say we have even kids in the house. Why am I carrying it as my burden to explain it to the kids that you did not come home?
Is there love without attachment? True love without attachment?
It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go. It's a very, very long way to go because we've grown in a system that teaches us that. So it's a very, very long path to go. but it is very attainable.
But because I'm trying to imagine what you're saying,
Right?
without attachment,
And you can feel triggered already, right?
Of course, why not?
Exactly. And that is something to understand about our power. We give away our power so easily because now you've already surrendered your power.
Okay, how do you stay with it? Interesting question.
It's about detachment, and there's a chapter here on detachment. We can touch on it for a bit.
Yeah, talk about that. It's interesting. I'm trying to wonder how we can love without attachment.
So to walk the celibacy path is to slowly unhook yourself from the expectations, projections, and attachments that often come bundled with intimacy. You begin to recognize how easy it is to confuse closeness with ownership, desire with destiny, chemistry with compatibility. Detachment is not coldness. It's not apathy or emotional withdrawal. It's the profound understanding that love, in its highest form, does not cling. It flows, it honors, it witnesses, and sometimes it lets go. So it's in you learning in that moment, how can I flow? How can I flow? And flowing is awareness. So catch yourself aware and have some self-respect. So you can see the pattern. When you're angry and expressing your anger, you miss the point.
Yeah.
You totally miss the point. But if you sit back and reflect, then tomorrow you'll wake up and know, actually, this is not it for me.
So you said that is the highest form of love. So
it's the highest form of love, self-respect. Because why is it okay with you watching all that happen? And right now everyone is watching The Polygamist. That's the point that everyone happens to miss. Everyone is blaming the guy.
Yeah.
The guy is right.
Yeah.
Me, I'm with the guy. The guy is expressing himself. He's saying, I want a divorce.
Okay.
Why are you denying someone a divorce? Si nimechoka, sikutaki. Si ukikataliwa ukubali. But why are you clinging on someone? Evidently, I don't want you, honey. Like, I'm done here. Where do you want them? And they have made it very clear. So that is where we lose ourselves. A sense of ownership. You think you own a person. Why would you think you own a person? And they are free. What would you want? Would you want to be owned? So why do you want to own someone else? And that's where the conflicts begin, because people are not ready to let go. You've seen this is a very peaceful statement. It flows, it honors, it witnesses. It's not that I can't see. I have seen. You told me you're not coming home at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Duh, you're not in any office. Like, duh, you're not in any office. Come on. So, where am I letting you make me angry? Well, I can make that decision. And so the part right now, and I love that you're talking a lot about women, it's about self-empowerment. Can we understand that we have the power? Because most of the times, about 2-3 weeks ago, I was with an author who is from Germany. She was launching a book, and the conversations that we were having, we were on the strong woman trap.
Okay.
Women are very, very trapped. So you feel you're a strong woman. You need, and that's Joyce, Jonas's wife. She feels she's a strong woman. She needs to hold the family together. The kids need to be together. The husband needs to be contained. Everything needs to work. That's the sense of a strong woman. You need to hold everything together. And that is the lie that has been sold for the longest time. So, during the session, there's a lady who shared about another lady who left town to live with the in-laws because they are not really together. And so she's talking about she can't leave the in-laws because exactly. So everyone's like, so why can't you leave? What are they providing you with? So why can't you leave? And sometimes you can build so much, you'll be surprised the much you can build if you just wear your boots and go do some dirt. Make yourself dirty. Because sometimes we're so afraid. We're afraid of the unknown. But if you remember the wholeness you already are, and you're an alchemist, you can rise like a phoenix. It's just fear. And one of the things I train people about is the emotional vibration matrix. So this covers how do you get to raise your frequency? So most of us are stuck at shame, guilt, very, very low frequencies where you feel you're inadequate, you feel you're not worthy. And the best place to be is joy, peace, love, happiness, up here. So we find ourselves confined in this space. And of course, I told you the body keeps the score. What happens? You will stay there as a woman. The next thing is, sadly, you have cancer. The body keeps the score. You're not happy. The body feels that. You get ulcers. You get endometriosis. You get PCOS. You get so many body complications because you're not listening. And so the body is trying to communicate now. That is how critical it gets.
So the body remembers the pain long after relationships are done, like they were hurtful relationships. Do people realize that?
Many people are not aware the body keeps the score. That's why they learn when it's too late. Sometimes people don't learn, they die, sadly. I've seen cases of domestic violence. It's happening the whole time.
So every time you're keeping quiet when all those things are happening, the body's just like registering.
Sadly.
So you might move on long after, but the body will still remember that pain.
And then the sad part is you say you're staying for the people you care about. You're breaking your children's hearts every day when they look at you. And that is what Joyce is also expressing. The child, the daughter asks her, if it were not my dad, it was another man treating you the way my dad is treating you, would you stay? And the mom reflects and she would never, but now she's staying. For the kids, the same kid is asking her that.
You say that you connect celibacy to the nervous system, and now we have talked about the pain, this other side. So how does celibacy help the nervous system? Now that you have talked the other side of the body, keeping the pain.
That is my favorite part, because this is how you heal. And there's actually a book by Brianna West. The famous one that people know is The Mountain
Is You.
So she also has a book about this is how you heal.
Okay.
And how you heal from the nervous system is, imagine, sai, hakuna chaos. The body is used to chaos. This weekend, when the patterns are repeating, this weekend, uko na huyu. Next weekend, uko na huyu. You're everywhere. So the nervous system, for once, it gets to stay still. Stillness. Stillness is where power lies. And most of the times we forget that. People love reading the Bible. And Jesus spent the better part of his life in mountains. Why was that the case? He was the expert in regulating his nervous system. When you get to other people who use different approaches in the engineering, the Sadhguru, he spends a lot of time by himself. And that's why meditation right now is being normalized, because that is how you get to meet you. You can't meet you in chaos. Until you learn to silence all the demons. And it's the toughest part. It's not easy. Because that's what people are used to. And it requires a lot of healing because it starts fast with your generation. Some of these things we pick from the people who were even here before us, sadly. And if you look close to your family patterns, you can see. If you look at your grandmother, your mother, your aunties, if you look at your uncles, they're very repetitive patterns. If you observe, you can see. You just need to observe and learn and say it ends with you because you have what it takes. It takes awareness. It takes grounding work, somatic experiences. I talk about it there. Understanding your body, move your body. There's something people love saying a lot. Depression hates a moving object.
Okay.
So move. You're not a tree. Move. That is how you get to heal. Women, we are blessed. African women, we are so blessed. Move your body. Wind that waist.
You say,
Okay.
you say, in relation to that your body is not just a mere body, skin and bones. It's a container. And what changed until now when you realize, now let me start having a relationship with me? What changed? Now focusing on me, myself.
So, I'm smiling because this is my favorite part. Most people don't learn from just by viewing this book. This is actually a spiritual awakening book.
Okay.
It's a book about understanding you are a spiritual being having a human experience. So in the I am, there's no separation.
Mm-hmm.
I am one with the Creator. I am the Creator. And that is where you learn the power of Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese concept about what is my purpose on earth. How do I get to integrate what I love doing? I get paid for it. I am of service to mankind. And it's full of a life mission. That's where your power lies. And it has always been in you. But you can never hear it in the chaos. And that's why... You see, there's a question you asked me earlier about people choosing to create. You talked about you've seen the book where there's so many powerful people.
We're coming there.
Energy to create. It's because of that. That is what you realize. The moment you take the path of celibacy, you become a natural creator because you've tapped back into God consciousness where everything happens and you learn there is no separation because this is energy at its purest form. It's energy that is being well used because everything is energy. Sometimes people miss that point. Everything is energy. Everything is creation. The way we have this beautiful vase, flowers here with us. It's all in the mind of the one who put it out here in this beautiful display. So the moment you appreciate art and understand everything is creation, the best form to understand it is by being you, the whole of you, integrated in your spiritual, physical, intellectual, relational, emotional, and a bonus of the financial well-being.
Why? Hey, okay. All right. So in terms of having a relationship with your body, you talk about, you had just briefly mentioned the stillness, the solitude, the silence. Is it that some of the gifts now you have been able to use towards now creation?
Absolutely. I couldn't put that any better because if I was not in isolation, this book wouldn't even exist. It wouldn't be here with us. Because I actually wrote this book in isolation, just me and my cats, Tiger and Panda. I don't know if you've seen them.
Yeah, there's a picture there.
So these are my companions while writing. I remember there's normally a pun here. My perfect. My
okay.
My perfect companions. Yeah, because there's so much noise, and right now it's so hard to create because of phones. Anytime you're anywhere, you just think of your phone. You tap TikTok. You're just doom scrolling endlessly. So that's how creation is killed. Because what time will you watch and what time will you create? So in the master classes, I also do self-development. How do you become a better version of yourself? And I use a model on 0 technology zones. Like a moment where you don't have any device with you.
Okay.
Yes.
So you do that oftenly? How long do you stay in that stillness, that solitude, that silence?
You told me yesterday I'm offline. It was you couldn't catch me yesterday. It was very intentional. I was offline from Wednesday night all the way to yesterday night. That's a whole...
Wouldn't you miss, like, with the world that's moving very fast?
What is meant for you is yours. It can never pass you by. What passes you by was never meant for you. I was meant to be here. You called me and I answered.
Yeah.
Did I miss you? No, I did not. It was by design.
Okay.
We were to catch each other.
Wow. All right. How has celibacy, I know you have talked about the different benefits of celibacy. And one of them is you talk about emotionally strong. How has celibacy made you emotionally stronger?
Hey, that's the best part.
Okay.
That was my weakest part. So I can be very, very confrontational. You see, the people who go to gossip, I don't gossip. I'll tell you on your face, Shiko, I don't appreciate how you have done this and this and this. And when you're like that, most of the times it rubs people the wrong way. People don't like being told truth to their faces. You'd rather hear me with one of your team members, then you're like, alisema hivyo kweli? Hakusema. So the part that has really grown me through this journey is emotional intelligence. It's okay for something not to sit well with me, but the approach I take in giving you feedback is from a very well thought place, from a point of extending grace and compassion that I did not have. I'll tell you everything on your face. I'll drop it like it's hot. But now, through this journey, I have learned to sit still and communicate and extend grace, because we all fall short. That's the best part about this journey. And again, the stillness of being an observer, the observer effect. You just need to observe. You don't need to respond to everything, because that's where your power lies. Remember what I told you? That moment you received the message at 3 a.m. So sasa utalala. Singizi imeisha hivyo. Kazi yako ni kushinda umeketi kwa kitanda umemwongoja. Atafika saa ngapi? Acha afike. Acha afike ni mpashe. So what have you done to your stillness? What have you done to your peace?
Yeah.
Well, you can make peace with it. Just you need to breathe it all and calm your nerves and go back to sleep. Make wise decisions tomorrow that are for you, not for them. You're the center of your universe. So coming back home to you.
So right now you are emotionally strong.
I am strong. I am strong. I am strong. It's been a long way coming.
Which other thing do you think like this celibacy has come with? If it didn't happen, it would have been different. We talked about emotionally strong.
My lifestyle has changed a lot. Yeah, vanity. Lots of vanity is gone. Yeah. Life of the party. That's I don't know the last time I was in a club. Yeah, that's changed big time. Yeah. Because the reason I would go, it was actually I love music and for people. You see, if you want to nurture relationships, sadly, most of your friends, you meet with them in a club. Right? And then I love conversations. In a club, you can't even have conversations. It's just too noisy. And I'm a lover of deep conversations. I am a sapiosexual. So I'm attracted to people based on their intelligence. So it was not favoring me at all. So I was killing parts of myself out of course, the music and, of course, relevance to friendship. But then I made that decision. Once I started this, I don't know where friends go. You have a whole paradigm shift. People, you find yourself by yourself. So, and you make peace with that. And the right people align. So, I have met new people. And that's why I say, the world is not stuck on one universe. We live in a multiverse. I talk about it in the preface. So how do you get to live a full life? Nothing is holding you back. Nothing is limiting you. But sometimes we We want to live with everything that we were born with, we want to die with. And that's the power of detachment. Let go. Just let go. There's beauty in the power of surrender. And let life surprise you. Because you've been here before and you know it's all aligning for you. So why do you want to force issues? Let it.
Okay.
Que sera, sera. What will be, will be.
Okay.
It will all align.
Well, Sophie Happiness says she's just on a seasonal celibacy. So, before we go there, she'll come and tell us now, after all this time of celibacy, which man am I looking for now? Which one do I want? After all these things I've learned, she'll be telling us that in a few. For now, Nikola Tesla, Mahatma Gandhi, Mother Teresa, and many, many others, what did they understand about celibacy that have made them do all these things that most people do not know, apart from you?
And the Masai Laibon.
Oh,
That's my favorite. We start home.
We start with Masai Laibon.
Yes. You see, it's always in us. We know. So there is a day I was with the CEO of a tech company, and they were like, I remember the Council of Elders. I was listening to Gekoyo Council of Elders, and I listened to a podcast from a lady in the US, and they said the same exact thing. That's how you learn the power of the collective consciousness. We always know. It's the how that is different. And that's the approach I take a lot on religion and faith. So people get a lot of separation, and it's also a chapter here. I talk about celibacy from Hinduism, Christianity, Buddhism. Mention it. There is no separation. Separation is an illusion. We all speak the same. It's the how that is different, but the what is the same. Very, very grounded. So it's the same with the champions that you've just highlighted. They understood the power of energy. If I focus my energy on this thing, I can maintain that frequency and deliver that what is expected of me. So people talk a lot about manifestation, and it's a chapter here. Manifestation is now. People think manifestation is magic, but it's not. It's just manipulation of energy. Once you understand energy, you can change any narrative to your beautiful cause. That is what Nikola Tesla, that is what Mother Teresa, all of them were alluding to. They learned, if I can master my own energy, I can create so much in this universe. And that is the cause that followed them, because they know sometimes energy can be tampered with. It's just what it is. Then if I draw this book on you, of course I've tampered with your whole energy. It's just the natural flow of things. So if I'm in a space where I'm with everyone, I feel their energy. And that's why energy is the frequency. Energy is the currency. The moment you understand energy, you hold so much respect for your energy. Shiko, if I may ask you, do you let people to your home?
Yeah.
How many? When is the last time there was a stranger in your house?
Really? Not that often.
Thank you. You've responded to the question. Why is that the case? I won't proceed on, because you'll start telling me you're the interviewer here, not the interviewee. But that is the case because that is your sacred space. You hold it to so many levels. It's the place that grounds you. It's a place you go to after interacting with so many souls out here. It's a place that you go be like, feel. Because that is where home is. Home is where your nervous system is calm, not where your heart is. Home is where your nervous system is calm. That is where home is. And that is what those powerful people knew. Home is where I can get to alchemize that which I'm creating. And the best way to do it is in its purest form, in my best creative energy, by being whole. Because, as I told you, if I get married today, I eat a Kama Sutra. What do you mean celibacy? Even if I'm dating, like, if I'm dating and now we decide, oh, that's another episode for another day. But yeah, we'll cover it when we release the sequel. But honey, it's for the love of it. It's for the love of it, not for the hate of it that we make these choices. So the reason we make these choices is to alchemize something. Now I'm a better version of myself.
Yeah.
So when I'm mirroring anything in the society, I'm doing it as a better version of myself. I remember before we started this, you were like, any questions that you're not comfortable with? And I'm like, I'm happy to flow because I'm grounded in my energy.
Yeah.
Whatever you ask, there's a chapter here that talks about there's nothing new under the sun.
Yeah.
It's all been done. It's all been said.
Yeah.
So there's nothing, Shiko, that will ask me that will be a total ambush. And I'm like, camera's cut. No.
Someone is watching right now. They have just walked up from a very terrible heartbreak. What do you tell them? Wait for the next other person or look inside you? What do you tell them?
Unaongoja? Tunasema unaoga unarudi soko. Well, that's a joke. First of all, sit still with self. Cry. Release. Let it. Let it. Live. Live in the moment. So what we train about in happiness, sometimes people mistake happiness as this facade that you have to keep maintaining. No, happiness is about being present in the moment. It's being here. If I feel sad, I feel sad. I am here, I'm present. So you feel your emotions. When you feel your emotions, the determinant is your habit. How do you react to that behavior? Behavior is everything. So I have been heartbroken. When I am heartbroken, I feel my emotions. And that is why people rush into the next relationship. Remember what I told you, people don't want to feel their emotions. People want to run from here to Timbuktu as long as I'm not with my feelings. That's okay. So that's why it's the rebound. They keep happening. So umeachwa, kesho uko na mwingine. Of course utaachwa because you've not healed. So you need to take time to heal and remember love is the utmost gift you can give yourself. And love starts with you. So if you can't love you, then who will?
Yeah.
So if you want love, then master loving you. Self-respect, self-honor, honor self. And that is what will amplify in the outside world. You find someone that loves you because you love you. So the reason you're going through that phase, it's because hata wewe hujipendi, sasa utapendwa aje jamani. Come home to self. The magic wand. It's all here.
The biggest misconception about celibacy.
Do I know? I actually don't.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know what is the biggest misconception about celibacy.
All right. You end the book in a very good way. Love is the greatest gift of all. May celibacy be not withholding, but celebration of love in its most abundant form. A love that flows beyond the physical, beyond attachment, beyond condition. One that rises above fear and scarcity, anchored in truth and wholeness. May we walk through life sharing that light, loving not to fill a void, but to overflow. May we trust the universe to guide our paths always, remembering that we were born abundant, our souls tuned to the highest vibration. You are in a seasonal celibacy. So, what is the man you're looking forward to meet? Maybe he's here watching and he's waiting for you to hear you say, my celibacy ends next week.
Let me give it a Riri moment. You know Riri? Rihanna. But she is Rihanna, not Rihanna. She says, first of all, I'm not looking for a man. Yeah, that's what she said. That's what she said. She was like,
please, the man, then come for her. She's just in a seasonal celibacy, so this is not a lifetime thing. So
anyway, what am I looking for in a man? To be honest, I resonate with what Rihanna said. I'm not looking. I'm not looking.
But once it comes, now that with all that you have learned, all that the whole season that you have stayed in celibacy, you have learned a lot. You have connected with yourself. You know, there's a higher form of knowledge and wisdom that you have now. And that man comes, what will you be looking at? Yeah. You're not looking for a man, but that man comes.
As I said, and it features in the book, I am a mirror. I would love to meet my mirror.
Amazing.
Yeah, I am a happy human. I want to meet a happy human.
Hey, okay.
I love self-love. I want to meet someone who loves them. Because if they love them, then they will love me.
Okay.
I want to meet them whole. Because if they are whole, they won't be looking for completion from me. Because they have it in them. So we'll be magic together once we meet. And just live in a happy multiverse with so much understanding, love, and compassion. And understand life is a game after all. It's never that serious. So can we just be happy?
Unatafutwa hapa. Thank you so much, Sophia. Happiness. Wow, what would you like to say as a final thought? As we usually say in your book, there's no goodbyes for Sophia.
So see you later.
Yeah. Okay. Before we see you later.
Thank you so much, Shiko. I'll start with that. Thank you for being the host with the most. My parting shot is I actually have the feedback for you on the misconception. The misconception about why celibacy is you must be a nun. You must be a nun or a priest to practice celibacy.
Oh, yeah.
So can we normalize celibacy? It's actually a space you take to master your power, to reclaim the wholeness you already are. It's not about self-denial. It's about understanding that you're whole. So it would be great to see people on the other side of self-respect, self-honor, and knowing kama haiwak, rudi home to you. Because after all, it's you. It began with you and it ends with you. Right? So go blossom as the best version of you. And to add on to that, the sequel of this is now on the other side of life, the dark night of the soul, understanding that the power of yin-yang, positive, negative, life is about balance. So how do you get to balance your ether while you are out here? When the time is right, we will be back. For now, adios.
See you later. Thank you so much, Sophia. Happiness, for being on the show. These are some of the really talked conversations, but I believe someone will watch this and they'll get a solution or an answer to something they're going through. So thank you for being there for my viewers, talking it out, keep saving more people and bringing on this light on this other side. So for me and Beyond the Pages, we appreciate you being here and for writing this book. Very soon we're going to be having you on the Happiness Manifesto. So stay right here. We want to create a happy family. The Beyond the Pages is going to be a happy family with a Kenyan Happiness Manifesto. So it will be coming very soon. For now, thank you so much for staying to the end with me and with Sophia. Happiness. It was great having you all. And for now, even me, we start having this quote from now. There's no goodbyes in Beyond the Pages show. See you later next week. Asante. Remember to subscribe and share and like this interview. And I'm waiting for your comments. Asante.